The majority of players in GTA Online spend their money on cars, cool weapons, and clothes. Basically just useless stuff. And they then proceed to call it investments. Well, spoiler alert, they are not that good investments. However, in this video I'm going to show you what actually are good investments that will make your playing experience a lot better in GTA Online. Right, so getting right into the video, at number 5 I have the Nightclub. And you may be surprised that the Nightclub is this low down, but I will explain this later on. Basically, for those who don't know what the Nightclub is, it is a passive business, meaning that you don't have to actively play it or actively run it to make money. So when it's passive, you can actually do other activities in the game, like some of the ones that we're going to talk about a bit later, and this can just produce in the background. The only reason this is at number 5 is because it's a passive business, and therefore you can make more money, and there are better investments where you actually have to work for it, but it is still a really good business. And basically how it works is that you need to connect other businesses that you own in the game to this business, and then it just feeds off of them, and you don't have to do anything. I'm not even kidding, you don't have to do anything other than look at your Nightclub once in a while and then sell it. When you've set it up correctly, that's the only thing you have to do, and usually I sell it at about $1 million, which takes around, I don't know, some hours to fill up. To be fair, the Nightclub does take a bit longer to fill up compared to some of the other passive businesses in this game. You don't have to buy supplies, you don't have to do anything really, you just have to sell it and then you're good. So that's why it is at my number 5th place. And also, if you're wondering which businesses is the best to connect to the Nightclub, then cargo and shipments, sporting goods, South American imports, pharmaceutical research, and cash creation is the 5 best ones. You can only have 5 technicians, so therefore you can only have 5 businesses connected. So these 5 are the best ones to connect. At number 4 we have the bunker. And the bunker is really similar to the Nightclub. They are both passive, however the bunker takes a bit more work, and it also does make a bit more money. That is per hour though. The bunker will make you a decent amount every hour. This depends on which upgrades you have. I forgot to mention that upgrades also affect the Nightclub on how much you make it there, but for the bunker the upgrades are a bit more important. So I actually have the stats here. If you have no upgrades on the bunker, you will earn $40,000 per hour. If you have the staff upgrade only, you will earn $54,000 per hour. If you have the equipment upgrade only, you will earn $55,000 per hour. And if you have both the staff upgrade and the equipment upgrade bought, then you will earn $79,000 per hour. So you can see that from no upgrades, $40,000 per hour, to both of them being 79k, you almost double how much you earn per hour. So definitely get these upgrades. They are also a mini investment into this list, so definitely get these. You also want to buy supplies. That's the thing that is a bit worse with the bunker compared to the Nightclub, because here you have to buy supplies or steal them, but stealing supplies is really trash, so don't steal supplies, just buy them. So you have to buy them for $75,000, and then you will get a decent amount of stock back. But if you want to fill it up completely, you will have to buy $75,000 worth of supplies. Selling the bunker is also a bit of a downside compared to the Nightclub, because with the bunker there is a few, or there is quite a lot actually, bad missions when selling. With the Nightclub you will always only get one delivery vehicle, which is actually pretty good because you can customize it however you want. But with the bunker you don't get this. With the bunker you get random delivery vehicles depending on how much stock you have. So if you are a solo player, then just buy one batch of supplies, because that way the stock bar won't go over 1/5 of stock, and then you will only get one delivery vehicle every time. Of course this will be a lot less money and you will have to sell more often, but if you're a solo player this is the best way to go through the bunker in my opinion. At number 3 we have the Acid Lab, and the Acid Lab is similar to other passive businesses like the bunker, the MC businesses, etc. You need to have supplies for Acid Lab in order to make some products, so it's very similar to the Nightclub and the bunker as we've already talked about. Again, with this business you have to to buy supplies to make it produce. Each full batch of supplies doesn't cost 75,000 with this business. Instead, it costs $60,000. However, one very important thing to note about this business is that you need the equipment upgrade. Without the equipment upgrade, this business is pretty trash. If you don't have the equipment upgrade, you'll have to buy about 3 batches of supplies, which is $180,000 to fully fill up the business. It will then sell for $237,000 before any high demand bonus. That is a $57,000 profit. That is not great at all. However, with the equipment upgrade, you will only have to buy about 1.5 batches of supplies, which is half of the 3 you have to buy before, which will only cost $90,000 compared to $180,000, and also the sell value will also be increased to $335,000. That is then a $245,000 profit margin, and that is what I call money. So definitely take the time to unlock the equipment upgrade and then buy it, because this will make the Asset Lab one of the best businesses in the entire game, and to be honest, the best solo passive business in the entire game, because again, with this business, you only have 1 delivery vehicle every time you sell the Asset Lab, so you can do it completely solo. It's actually better to sell this solo than with other players. So definitely take the time to unlock the Asset Lab. You have to do some missions for it. The first those missions, buy it, and then get the upgrade and everything. It doesn't cost much. You basically only have to invest time, so it's really important to get this, because yeah, it's an insane business. I'm not gonna lie, it's really good, but remember to get the equipment upgrade. Right, so at number 2, I actually don't have a business, but I have a vehicle. It's probably pretty easy to figure out what it is. Go down into the comments right now and type whatever you think the vehicle is before I tell you. No cheating, no cheating. Right, so have you done it? Alright, good. Well, at number 2 is the Oppressor Mark II. You probably predicted it, and it's probably, not even probably, it is the best vehicle in the entire game. It's just so useful for so many scenarios and so many businesses that it's crazy. The Oppressor Mark II costs normally $3,890,000, but you can get it at a trade price of $2,925,000 if you complete 5 client jobs in the terabyte. So that is basically the only bad thing about the Oppressor Mark II, is that you actually need the Nightclub and the terabyte to buy the Oppressor Mark II, or else you won't get the trade price for the Oppressor Mark II, which is fine enough. But the big thing is that you won't get the upgrades or the missiles for the Oppressor Mark II, and that is basically half the thing about the Oppressor Mark II, is that it has OP missiles. So therefore, I recommend to buy the Nightclub and the terabyte before you buy the Oppressor Mark II. Firstly, to get the trade price and also get the missiles, so the Oppressor Mark II actually is quite useful. But anyway, what more is there to say about the Oppressor Mark II? You all know what it is. It's a flying broomstick. It's just, yeah, it's too good. Use it for grinding, use it for whatever you'd like. It's the best vehicle in the game, lads. That's about everything I have to say. And now, at number 1, the best investment in the entirety of GTA Online is the Kasatka submarine. Do I really have to explain too much here? With the Kasatka submarine, you get the Caprico Heist, and hopefully everybody knows by now that the Caprico Heist is the best solo money making method in the entire game. Actually, it is the best money making method in the entire game. Not even just solo, it's just the best money making method in the entire game. With every heist you do, you can make on average $1.5 million, which is insane for under 1 hour of work. Nothing in GTA Online is as good as that, at least not if you're a solo player. There is of course other solo businesses in GTA Online, such as the Asset Lab and also the Nightclub, but those are passive. Therefore, you can still run the Asset Lab and the Nightclub in the background while you do some Caprico Heist. Every day you play, you will earn millions and millions of dollars. Only bad thing about the Caprico Heist though is all the nerfs it has received. A while ago, Rockstar made the cooldown timer longer from around 10 minutes to 3 hours and 12 minutes when doing the heist solo. If you do it with a friend, it's about 48 minutes or something. So now I do recommend you do the heist with a friend, but if you do not have a friend to do it with, you can just do it solo, wait the 3 hours and then do it again. There's loads of other good businesses and good money making methods to do in between there. But also then later on in the newest update, they nerfed the Caprico Heist again by making it so guards can detect dead bodies, so it makes it much easier to get detected. However, if you don't already own the Kasatka and you have never done the Caprico Heist before, then I highly recommend watching this video right here. here. It is my step-by-step guide on how to properly do the Caprico Heist, where you will learn how to maximize how much money you earn from it. Click it right now to become a GTA trillionaire. Subscribing and leaving a like would also help me out greatly. God bless and thank you for watching. Yeehaw!